Frozen Tundra Football League.
Welcome back to all of my friends and fellow FTFLers and anyone who may have happened upon this show by chance, or maybe, just maybe, you've been following along because you want to see how this story ends. Welcome back to the longest running weekly episodic fantasy football update show, the FTFL Weekly Update. My name is Brett Sieber, host of the show, owner of the Hulkamaniacs, and that's right, baby. I promised it at the beginning of the season. I promised it last week, and I delivered. No longer am I the one-time FTFL champion. Nope. From henceforth, you can call me the two-time FTFL champion. The wait is over. 18 years. 18 years! I didn't have kids, I didn't own a house, and the world probably didn't know who Barack Obama even was. But let me tell you what the world knows now. This guy is your league champ. And I played against Sid in what might go down as one of the absolute greatest championship games in league history. Not only decided by 1 point, it was decided by 1 yard. We'll break that game down as well as we break down the third place game, which, if you were paying attention, also decided by 1 point. Also on the show tonight, we're going to have a funeral. And I'm sure some of you are like, what? Time out, pause. A funeral? So since when do we do funerals on the weekly update? We don't. Tonight is a special occasion, a special request, if you will. I'll explain more on that later. And of course, tonight I also hope to finally meet the person who has helped me all season long to meet the informant here in person. Oh, this might be it. Oh, come in. Bart! Oh my gosh, Bart! Bart, it is so good to see you.
Well, I wish I could see you if I got some road spray.
Wait, hold on. Are you, Bart, are you the informant?
What did you need to inform me of?
Okay, you know what, I forgot I said that, but so why are you here?
Well, I just wanted to come down and congratulate you.
Well, thanks. I mean, I appreciate it. You drove all the way down from Browerville just to congratulate me in person?
Well, I didn't think I had enough quarters to make that call, so I just drove down here instead.
Perfect. I appreciate it.
I came all the way down, so if you got something else I could help with.
Actually, I could use help with something. I got to do this funeral thing. Are you?
Good Lord, a funeral! I didn't think you were going
I'll
to
explain more. You know what? Let's
who'd you run
take
over?
this and we'll go ahead and do this. Thanks, Bart.
Yeah, I guess. Let's go ahead and do this. I don't know what's going on here.
All right. See if Bart got this fire started. Alright, well, I guess while I'm waiting for him, I might as well throw a log on the fire. It's a nice fire he's got going here. Bart! Oh, here he comes!
I got the fire going. I had to run. There was a rabbit I thought I could get to go ahead and eat it. this is quite the fire. You like it? So what is this for, anyways? What are we gonna do?
A casket for his team.
Oh, so we're gonna go ahead and just have a funeral for his team. All right, I suppose that sounds kind of fun. We can do that. And no, I don't own a coat. It's fine. I'll be all right. Is that his pet bird in there or something?
Well, I mean, I've got his wig in here.
I don't know what else would you put in the fire. That doesn't make a whole lot of
Got that
sense.
stupid chart that talked all about his 6th round
You're
pick.
gonna bury his team, is what you're doing. All right, I suppose, and well, it was a good team, but you beat him, Brett. Yeah.
Wait, he said I had to do some sort of like New Orleans style funeral for this. But he needed music for that. Hey Alexa, play Go Pack Go. He didn't say what kind of music.
It sounds like a pretty good song. It's got a nice little beat to it. Too bad his team is gone now.
Rest in peace. Make Cramerica greater again. I can't believe that he didn't even have a coat. You know what? It's done. We buried Make Cramerica Greater Again, just like I buried him in the game, 103 to 102. Now, for those of you who are wondering, how could this have happened? How did this actually go down the way it did? And I still am going to look at this years from now and probably not fully know, but I do think that karma played a role in it. I think karma played a role in it, and here's why. Do you remember a few weeks back when I left, I went out west, I went to visit Arizona and California, and it was during that time that my house was vandalized. My house was graffitied. My house was disgraced. And where was I? Nowhere to be seen. And why did that happen then? Because a cowardly Vikings fan took it upon himself to be all hee hee ha ha. Yeah, well, it wasn't when anyone was around. It wasn't like you were going to get caught acting under the shroud of darkness, as Viking fans often do. Guess what? The perpetrator of that act, the person who hung that flag, here's the picture, just in case you forget. The person admitted to me of their doings. And that person, oh, by the way, was one Sid Hagen. Not going to say that's why you lost the Fantasy Bowl, but it might be why you lost the Fantasy Bowl. Other reason would be DK Metcalf with the 25 points. Second best performance of his fantasy career, which spans 3 amazing seasons. Aaron Rodgers and his broken freaking toe scored 16 points. Kamara and Harris both chipped in 14.5. Metcalf and Harris, both of those individuals, 5 touchdowns over the last 2 weeks of the playoff, carried the Hulkamaniacs all the way to the title. However, not the MVP of this game. I'll get to that in a moment. Keenan Allen, 10, San Fran defense, 12. The MVP of this game is a player who I caught a lot of flack for trading for this season. Now remember, I didn't trade just for him. I also traded for Aaron Rodgers. And I know somewhere in Browerville, there's a man sitting in his basement underneath a little light, calculating, tabulating, writing down, charting every last little breath and movement that Dalvin Cook makes. Was it an underwhelming season for Dalvin Cook? Sure. Did I win the Fantasy Bowl by 1 point? You bet. Did Dalvin score 1.5 points this week? He sure did. There you go, folks. MVP of the Fantasy Bowl, Dalvin Cook. We couldn't have done it without him. Now, Sid, last week, won without Amon-Ra St. Brown, even though he dropped a guy, picked him up, and then picked up the other guy he dropped and played him instead. This week, he played him 26 points. That dude could potentially be a stud, and it's bizarre to hear that being a Lion. Trey Lance, Sid blew his rookie keeper. No. Now, he played Trey Lance in a game that mattered. Now, last week, John played his rookie keeper in a game that didn't matter, but will it matter? I guess we're still going to have to vote on that. Trey Lance, for certain, though, will not get rookie keeper status. 22 points. Could have used 24, Trey, but you didn't get it. Justin Tucker, 15. Austin Eckler, 13.5. Deontay Johnson, 12 points. This was the moment. Going into Monday night, I'm up 12 points. Deontay Johnson, if he catches some balls, gets some yards, doesn't get in the end zone, I'm probably going to win. First quarter, gets into the end zone. By halftime, he had 10 points. 10 points, 11 points, whatever it was. Just under 5 minutes into the third quarter, 10:50 of the third quarter, he caught a ball to get him to his 12th point. Oh! There's someone knocking. Come on in, Mr. Informant. I can't wait to...
Mom told you to keep it down, and she wants her money.
Wait, that's... You can hear me from inside?
Yeah, you're kind of being really loud.
And you know what? Sid's going to send them... I thought you were someone else. Get out of here. Jeez. Wants the money. Wonderful. So Deontay Johnson, with 10:50 to go in the third, caught a ball that brought him to 12 points. Within 1 point, I'm thinking, it's over. I am dead to rights. Into the third quarter, he hasn't caught another ball yet. I turn the game on. We go through the fourth quarter, and it unfolds as it does, and Deontay Johnson stays right there on 12 points. Now, Mark Andrews, big-time stud tight end for Sid. Mark Andrews got 7 points. He had 89 yards. 1 yard away from 2 points, which would have been a win. And so Sid falls to 3-5, and we tumble down. Now, the third place game between the Valhalla Vandals and the Mixing Cocktails. Now, remember, Peter kind of stumbled his way into the playoffs, somehow got a win against Eric, lost, of course, to Sid last week, plays against Andy, and this one was another 1 point game. 94 for Peter, 93 for Andy. If you're Peter, Tom Brady, 26 points. Rashad, the late season pickup. Penny with 25. Deontay Foreman, 14. Gronk, 9.5. Jamar Chase, with what was the 25th best fantasy performance in league history at 47.5 points. Only the 6th non-quarterback on that list played all season for Peter. Would have shut the door in Andy's face in a heartbeat. Instead, he was on the bench. Peter gets none of those points. Now, if you're Andy, Dak Prescott got you 24. Debo, who is probably going to be a keeper, and we'll get to more on that in a little bit, 15.5. Sony Michel, 13.5. George Kittle, as good a run as he had over that 3-game stretch to push Andy into the playoffs, he was nowhere to be found once the playoffs actually began. We are going to cover one last game here. This was the 5th and final rubber matchup between Mana and the Radioactive Monkeys. They were split 2-2. Salty only had 4 wins on the season. I know you're going to count one of now. He did beat Markser in the playoffs to even up the series. The playoffs, the losers bracket, the consolation bracket, if you will. Markser said, you know what, let's do this dance one more time. I can't possibly lose to Salty 3 times in one season. Until you did. 91 points for Adam, 66.5 for Jeff. If you're Saltmarsh, Kyler Stupidface Jr. Murray, 18 points, along with Boston Scott's 18 points. I got it right that time. New England Patriots had 13. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 0. Saltmarsh traded a first-round pick from, he's probably going to have to keep him. Ish, gross, nasty. If you're Markster, Elijah Mitchell, 15. Jonathan Taylor, who is absolutely a keeper, and of course we know a second-round pick, you got to go along with him. With 12.5, Buffalo's defense, 11. Russell Gage, Jalen Waddle, 3.5 points, kind of let Jeff down this week, and Jeff's Chubb had just pretty much had it. The white flag was raised, and that was all that was raised, because Chubb only mustered 2 points in this game. Markster loses. He loses to Saltmarsh 3 times in one season. We'll have to look back into the annals of the FTFL history to see, has that ever been done before? Now, as we look towards next season and we talk about the keepers and we get into whose team might have an edge going forward, I do have my thoughts on each team, of course. Some of this stuff may work, some of this stuff may not work. For myself, right out the gates, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to keep Kamara, I'm going to keep Cook, and I'm going to keep Bateman as a rookie keeper. Could I keep Damian Harris? he's probably keeper worthy. He finished, I believe, as the 10th or the 11th best running back in the league. Could I keep DK Metcalf? Probably not, but boy, he's going to go off the board in the first round. Also in the north, we'll stick to the north and we'll move to the south. Adam Swart, you got Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, two amazing quarterbacks. He doesn't like to keep quarterbacks, so it probably won't be that guy. Najee Harris, you're probably going to hold on to him. Cam Akers, you picked up here late. No one wanted Cam Akers in the first place. Somehow you still seem to want Cam Akers, even though he has a bum Achilles. Maybe you keep him. Maybe you keep David Montgomery. You don't have a rookie keeper. So your keeper situation, if you're not going to keep a quarterback, is going to be an interesting one. The Mixing Cocktails. You're probably going to hold on to Aaron Jones, maybe. Deebo Samuel, mark it down. That dude is going to be a keeper. He's a full-blown stud. Do you keep Kelsey? Do you keep Kittle? Maybe. Do you keep McCaffrey? You want to talk about a guy that had a really interesting season. A guy that it didn't really come to fruition the way we thought it was going to. He can't stay healthy. And if he can't stay healthy, he can't score points. If you're Manah, four-time Lucky Pants, breaking and entering belt stealing champ Manah, you're going to keep Nick Chubb, Jonathan Taylor, and Travis Etienne, your rookie keeper. That one's a done deal. Lastly, in the north, Swift, DeAndre Swift. I keep thinking that's his name, but it sounds just wrong. Swift from Detroit. He's probably going to be a keeper for you, as will Joe Mixon. Maybe Joe Herbert. A heck of a quarterback. I don't know. John sometimes likes to have multiple quarterbacks. James Conner, probably not. DeAndre Hopkins, probably not. Devontae Smith as a rookie keeper, I don't know. Maybe you get to have him as a rookie keeper. Maybe you don't. Over in the south, as far as we go to keepers that way, Sid, Austin Eckler, Antonio Gibson, Justin Jefferson, all keeper worthy. Mark Andrews, maybe. If you're the Pack Attack, Derek King Henry, who was everything until he wasn't for you this season, you'll probably hold on to him. Cooper Kupp, probably. Now, again, I'm going to talk more about Kupp here in a moment. No way he matches this season. Anyone getting in on Cooper Kupp next year, drop your expectations. It's not going to quite be the season you're hoping for. And does he keep Fournette? Fournette's not all that old. If Brady sticks around, if that offense is still going to be good, Fournette had his best season by far this year. So maybe he's a keeper. Valhalla Vandals, Brady and Mahomes. Do you keep one of them? You might. Jamar Chase, yeah, you're probably going to keep him. Tyreek Hill, yeah, you might keep him. Michael Carter Jr. as a running back, rookie keeper. Okay, but still, you have 7 running backs in your roster, and really none of them are keeper worthy. If Carter wasn't a rookie, you wouldn't be keeping him. You, my friend, need a running back. Guess who's got running backs? And your hammer. This guy! This guy does! Come see me, we'll talk. The Architect, Devontae Adams. That one's a stone cold lead pipe lock. Zeke Elliott, probably not. AJ Dillon, probably not. Josh Jacobs, probably not. Matt Stafford, probably not. You need help, my friend. You need help. Remember, I'm the guy to come see. I've got running backs. Lastly, the guy who doesn't have running back, the Radioactive Monkeys, Kyler Stupidface Jr. Murray, probably not going to be him. Trevor Lawrence is a rookie keeper. Chuba Hubbard is a rookie keeper. I'm assuming you're going to keep Chuba Hubbard. Maybe you could trade Trevor Lawrence to another team. We do allow that. Clyde Edwards, you're going to have to keep. Stephon Diggs, maybe you keep him. It's going to be interesting. We're starting to see some of these players age out. Some of the top running backs, are aging out, getting older, with the next crop of running backs rise to take their place. You never really know. It's something we look into every season, and honestly, it's a bit of a crapshoot. All right, folks, here we go. We are going to wrap this up for the final time. The stud, the dud, and my decent This is about as perfect time as... We haven't seen it. We've been 0 for 2. Come on in, Mr. Informant. Come on in. Do you need something?
I was just wondering what you were up to.
I'm filming. I guess. Come grab a seat. I'm almost done. I mean, if there's something that you need, but... Okay. All right, here we go. The stud of the year. I mean, yes, we have quarterbacks that score a ton of points, but this one, the 9th best player in our league, and the only one in the top 10 that wasn't a quarterback, Cooper Kupp, 277 points. Last year he had 122. He doubled that and then some. Again, next year. What?
Nothing.
What are you smiling at?
Nothing.
If you're going to get Cooper Kupp next year, and of course Eric's probably going to keep him, no way does he score 277 points again. It just isn't going to happen. In a sense, you were given a gift this year, Eric, and I know you scored a ton of points. Luck wasn't on your side. That's right, I said it. Oh, fantasy football sometimes is about luck, except for when I beat Sid Hagen in the Fantasy Bowl. That was pure skill, brother. Pure skill. All right, the dud of the year? Whew! Let me tell you what. There were a few of them, but this one was drafted number 2 in the second round. One of the top running backs taken off the board that wasn't a keeper. This individual finished the season ranked 48th as a running back with just 61 points. Miles Sanders didn't score a touchdown all season. It was an absolute What?
Nothing.
You're sitting here smiling and staring at me? Okay, and it was that running back situation. Miles Sanders was a huge part of this as to why I would have to say that Adam Saltmarsh absolutely gets my vote for the DSOM Award this year. You had 14 games to break 1,000 points. Not 13, 14. And you still couldn't get it done. It's one of those things that I'm not entirely sure will... What? I've asked you a couple times. You continue to sit here, smile, and laugh. Listen, someone is coming. A very important someone who I have waited on all season to meet. This person has guided me to the Fantasy Bowl championship. So if you've got something to say, I want you to get it. I mean, the camera's rolling. I guess it's something big because you're smiling up a storm here. If you've got something to say before the informant rolls in so that you can go, and then there'll be... Hold on. No. I mean... Are you the informant?
Well, Dad, I've been watching you.
Oh, hold up. Stop. You're the informant.
Dad, I've been watching you not do the best. And
that's putting it lightly. Thank you.
I have been studying and watching, and I wanted to help you win.
All season.
Yes.
It's been you.
Yes.
Whoa, wait. No, it hasn't. When I've been on the phone, I've been talking to someone, and it has been a guy's voice each and every time. You explain that.
Well, I've been talking to our neighbor Keith, and I've been telling him all of my advice, and I've been telling it to him to tell to you.
So Keith has been the one I've been talking to on the phone.
Yes.
But you're... all year.
Yes.
It's been you. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, come on. We won the Fantasy Bowl. Oh my God. We won I can't believe we won the house. Like, the whole season. You didn't say anything. Not one peep all year. I mean, come on! We won the Fantasy Bowl. I can't believe it was you the whole entire. This is unbelievable. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I've waited so long. It has been. I mean, you weren't even around when I won the last Fantasy Bowl. I mean, wow. I guess. I mean that about does it. It wraps up the 2021 season of the FTFL. And of course, the 2022 season will start at the FTFL draft, which will be Saturday, August 27th. So Swart, write it down. Don't plan to go see your favorite 9-armed band in some faraway land. Eric, don't agree to go to a wedding or some sort of family road trip so you show up to the draft via telephone and end up drafting some guy who got hurt 30 minutes prior. Write it down, folks. Saturday, August 27th. And oh, by the way, according to the bylaws of the FTFL, it'll be right here in Waconia, Minnesota. can't wait. Have a wonderful off season. Thanks for an amazing season. And until I see you next time, peace! It's my yard now.